Okay, the only rule to this whole thing is that I can only pick books off my physical TBR because there's an absurd amount of unread books there, as you guys could probably see. And yes, I am aware that I have a bit of a problem. Anyways, let's just get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. I have the color wheel on my phone right now. I'm going to prompt it up here so you guys can see what color we get when I spin it. Okay, the color we have is amber. I'm so excited that we got amber because I recently bought a book that was really hyped up by Haley, and I think it's a perfect representation of that color. And in case you guys couldn't guess it already, it's The 7-Year Slip by Ashely Poston. The way I tell you, I immediately added this to my cart when I saw Haley give this 5 stars. I don't need to know anything about the book. I just needed it in my cart. The first line says, "My aunt used to say, if you don't fit in, fool everyone until you do." And I always just feel like this sort of lyrical writing requires tabs. And yes, I am aware that there's a lot of tabs here, right? But just like the unread books, we're not going to mention it. So just sit back and enjoy this montage of me creating some color matching tabs. Okay, quick little update on the 7-Year Slip so far. I'm loving everything that I'm reading. Ashely Poston's writing is living up to my every expectation. She's really making the time slip concept work for me, and it's making me curious to see how in a romance novel, if someone's in the past and someone's in the present, how that is supposed to have a happily ever after. I'm not really sure, but I love the way that Ashely Poston's talking about grief and how you can use humor and still live a fun life in the memory of that person. And in this case, it's Clementine's aunt who has passed away, and Clementine is moved into her magical apartment, and there she runs into a strange man in her bed. And this isn't a spoiler because this happens like on page 30 of the book, but tell me why, like, if someone tapped me on the shoulder to wake me up from slumber, I would literally panic.
Stranger danger.
And Clementine's just like unreactive. I'm sorry, but like I would be screaming my head off if someone who isn't supposed to be in my house is in my house. Or maybe that's just because men are scary in 2023 modern day America. But on a side note, I do have to go run some errands. I have to drop off some boxes and I have to go get some groceries. Because of that, we're going to get another color because I want to get an audiobook going. Okay, so we have the wheel again. So we're going to spin it again and see what our audiobook will be. Okay, so we got red, and I'm actually really excited about that color. There's actually so many good books that are red. So here we have our red stack of books that I haven't read yet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, no books were harmed, thank goodness. All right, I'm gonna put these down before any other casualties happen. You wouldn't think 6 books would be a lot, or they would be heavy, but they are. They're really heavy or really weak. From the looks of it, I'm leaning towards these 3 books. Twisted Hates, because my best friend Carrie insists I read Twisted Lies, and so I have to read Twisted Hate before I read Twisted Lies. I just have to follow the series. And then King of Greed also came out, so I really want to get through Anna Huang's backlist, but I'm not really feeling Josh right now. So that leaves me Magnolia Parks and Reckless. This is a tough choice. I can do Reckless and Hopeless, but if I do read Reckless and we get the color green, I don't think like there will be any other book choice. Which one do I want? I don't know if I'm feeling pregnancy trope right now, so I'm gonna go with Magnolia Parks. If I don't read those books in this video, I'm gonna do a reading vlog finishing the Chestnut Spring series because that is genuinely a 5-star series for me. And also, I heard that a lot of people really love this book. I know that they're super duper toxic, rich Gossip Girl in London vibes. I do have the physical and I do have the audiobook. I actually have the audiobook on Libby right now. I think I just got the pop-up that my hold is ready. We're gonna get started with Magnolia Parks. As you can see, I changed my clothes because me and Magnolia are the same person. She is germophobic. I am germophobic. There's never going to be any outside clothing on my bed, and especially not under the sheets. Like, no one's getting into my bed, drunk or not. I do not care. Whoever is okay with that is like, that's mind-boggling to me, because you're literally sleeping in your own filth. Like, I'm sorry. So I have a lot of thoughts about Magnolia Parks. I listened to the audiobook the entire time while I was running my errands and everything. I'm 22% into the book right now. It's giving everything it needed to give. They are so toxic, so toxic, but I love it. I'm like eating it up, as everyone said I would. But like, I don't really love the trope of like their relationship and like what the problem or the toxicity in the relationship revolves around. But you know what? The heart wants what it wants, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna keep reading this and I'll keep you guys updated with how far I get. Okay, I'm 50% through the Magnolia Parks audiobook, and all I have to say right now is they need therapy. They both need therapy. I can't emphasize that enough because this book is driving me insane, because I just want them to screw their heads on right, because they're acting like fools. They're acting like fools. And I get it. Actually, I can't say I get it because I don't get why they're acting the way they're acting. Can I just say, the amount of descriptions for like all these Chanel and like luxury brands, I am so thankful for the Magnolia Parks Universe Instagram, because without that I would not visually be able to imagine any of these like 1988 Chanel things that they're talking about. This book is really funny, and I don't think it's supposed to be funny in the way I find it funny, but like BJ Valentine's birthday is on Valentine's Day, and then there's Tom England because Holland was taken. I'm sorry, I just find that so funny. Magnolia is so sassy and I love her for it. She needs to be. This book is so unreal. Like, the way I wish I could live their life. Actually, no, I don't want to live their life, but I want to be as wealthy as them. Because someone's like, you guys can take my plane. And then BJ goes, I have a plane. She has a plane. We all have planes. I fucking want a plane. I want a plane. Okay, it's the next day now, and I literally just found out this morning that Magnolia Parks is being turned into a TV show. And oh my gosh, am I so excited for that. I finished both the books. They were really, really great. Highly recommend, but definitely check trigger warnings because they both touch upon some really tough topics. I'm gonna start off with Magnolia Parks because all I have to say right now is literally my thoughts throughout the entire reading experience was
divorce, babe, divorce.
But it was like a car crash that you can't look away from. So I gave this book 4 stars. The plot was really predictable. Like, I could have told you the entire storyline of this without having read it, but I could not put the book down. Like, I could not. It was so addicting. As y'all could tell from the clips, this was such a roller coaster of emotion. I loved every minute of it, and I genuinely was like screaming in my head at these characters. Like, why? Like, why? To like the entire, from the beginning to the end was just like, why? I think I just hyped it up so high in my head because of the fandom and how much like everyone who loves this book loves it so strongly that I thought it would sweep me off my feet. I'd be like addicted and like obsessed with it. Like, they're definitely living rent-free in my head at the moment, but I don't think I'm like obsessed. But I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that you have to read the other books and then you'll like get like hooked in. So maybe I have to move on because I am super duper excited for Daisy Hates. I love Christian, love Julian, and like Daisy's giving. The book was incredibly messy and toxic, but like it almost was so refreshing that I'm not reading a rom-com where they have a little meet cute and then they like fall in love like instantly and then a third act breakup and then they live happily ever after. Like, this is so different from that, and I don't think I've ever read anything like this. And also, I highly recommend the audiobook because Jessa Hastings' writing was almost like interview-esque, kind of like I'm on FaceTime with them and I'm like a part of their inner circle and they're just telling me and they're catching me up on the tea. And Magnolia's character, like, oh, I love her because she's really fun to read about because she's the it girl who like isn't even trying to be the it girl, but like she is her. She's the moment. Okay, now genuinely every song I listen to, I think of Magnolia and BJ. I'm like, that's Magnolia and BJ. I'm blasting Is It Over Yet and Magnolia and BJ. I'm like, that's their song. But like, anyways, I love, love, love this. And I also love the Vault Tracks by Taylor Swift. But we're gonna move on to The 7-Year Slip now because this book was 5 stars. 5 stars. I'm telling you, this book was absolutely incredible. It's a perfect palate cleanser book to read between Magnolia Parks and like a high fantasy romance. Like, it was so easy to consume that I could just pick up where I left off whenever. And although the story revolved around how Clementine dealt with the death of her aunt, the humor in it and the romance in it made the story everything. Like, the romance was chef's kiss, like literally. And Ewan was like incredible. He's like the perfect boyfriend. He's like the perfect person you can ask for. He like, oh, I can't. Their banter was so cute, and the entire book had me laughing out loud. Like, I tabbed this so much. Like, I can't emphasize how much I annotated the shit out of this book. Like, I genuinely ran out of yellow tabs, and yellow was for the romance. The 7-Year Slip is for sure a new comfort read for me. All in all, this was such an incredible reading vlog, and I feel like I should just make this a series where we try and get through all the colors because I think that would be so fun. But if you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, I love you so, so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.